lifestyle. And today she brings the same depth of wisdom, experience into her debut book, Roots to Rasayana. Please join me in warmly welcoming Dr. Bhavana Diyora.
Namaste, everyone. Good morning and good evening to you all. And I can see a lot of known faces. I can see people here excited. I can see the excited eyes. And thank you, Sachi, for having a very kind introduction. And as you all are excited, I'm excited too to reveal the roots to Rasayana. So, uh, when I'm going to start with a short introduction or a kind of a story behind the book, because it's very, very important to understand what is roots, what is the meaning of the root, what is the meaning of Rasayana. So, well, when I was, it's kind of a story, as I said. Uh, I have experienced this in my own life. Um, Truly blessed to have a lot of resources around, but at the same time, body is, you have to have that alignment of the body. So the story starts with my first attempt of full marathon, which was around 10 years back. And what happened that time, that I could achieve, did very good, timings with my first full marathon. But after a month or two, when I was not running at all, still I lost all my energy. I was collapsing on sofa at 7 p.m. in the evening. And I felt, why is this happening? And some blood reports revealed that there is kind of a syndrome, autoimmune condition. And that was an eye opener. And I felt so clueless about it, that how come I would have such, energy loss, or maybe this kind of a syndrome, whereas I have achieved a kind of a benchmark of endurance by doing full marathon. And then I realized that, okay, somewhere I've lost that balance, and I've not understood how to get the balance between the uh, mind and body, between the uh, body's nourishment and the shodhana, which is detoxification. So there are a lot of concepts which I started learning more, or exploring more. And that's where I felt that, okay, yeah, I need to understand my roots. Of course, I healed myself well, I nourished myself well, and I got recovered. I again started doing my full marathons. I also got my 75 kilometers run world record. But that was the journey. So and that's where I felt that, okay, I have to understand this part deeply. And again, when patients come to the clinic, I explain them the same concept, that you have to understand the root causes. And that's where I felt that it's the time to put up something on paper, and in a way where I'm doing a kind of a very unique practice. And then comes Rasayana. As Sachi rightly said, when we say Rasayana, it is rejuvenation, it is about resilience. It is about proactive life. Now, we all are like, I mean, particularly what I'm saying here is that we are truly blessed with the resources. I do have patients where we do not have basic issues in terms of कि आज खाना नहीं मिला, आज हमको पानी नहीं मिल रहा है, right? So the idea is that we all wanna be proactive, we want to perform better, be it our career, our social life, be it our some goals in our sports, or whatever it would be. Maybe you wish to have that best thing to happen in the life, and that's the proactive lifestyle. So why can't we aim for optimum life, right? Optimum health, and that's called Rasayana. We don't want to live 1,000 years, which maybe Ayurvedic rishis would live before. But we want to, whatever we live, we want to have that proactive lifestyle. So the roots to Rasayana is the concept which I have thought of to put up in the paper where we understand our roots and then we move towards the Rasayana. So that's about the book, Sachi. That why I kept the name Roots to Rasayana.
Amazing. So, what we can do is we have a set of questions to ask you if that's okay, and we'll share. Maybe you can share your insights along that.
Oh,
Right?
sure. I mean, we are going to do a question answer first.
Yes.
Okay, so one more thing I want to ask, tell you all here, as the workshop or event says, it's uh, reflection and reveal. That means we are going to do a reveal of a book that's Roots to Rasayana, and I've given you all some concept here. Along with that, we are going to have a very proactive reflection session. So when we say reflection, I want you all of you to take something back, whatever you've been doing, wherever you are, how you can look within yourself and how you can also think of a comprehensive approach and find out कि कहाँ पे मुझे कितना, how much, a subtle change or what kind of a subtle change I should be doing it, because that simple small change would bring in a lot of difference. So after we do a Q&A session, Sachi, you need to allow me to talk more about fourfold approach. I
Yes.
want to give them the workshop on our proactive lifestyle fourfold workshop where we are going to dig deeper there.
And just before we start the Q&A session, I would just want everyone to show a video.
Okay, that's a reveal first.
Yes, that's the reveal.
Okay, guys, stay tuned. So we are revealing our book here, and Sachi and my team they've prepared such a beautiful thing here. So I pray Lord Dhanvantari here, and here we go. Sachi, do we have the sound?
I'll share my voice.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Let it be. So I think I need to give the sound. So video has a sound, but maybe we could not play the sound. So let's play it again. Yes. So I pray Lord
Now you could hear
Dhanvantari.
it.
Uh, can you start the video?
It was started. Uh, you couldn't
Okay.
see it.
Actually, you are on Canva. That's why you're not able to run. You need to download the video. It's fine. We can do it later. Just download it whenever. Okay. Yeah. Right. Okay. So, I have told you all about the story in terms of the roots to Rasayana, and we also want to talk more in terms of our book. And then once you understand the concept, I want all of you to apply those concepts in your life. Yeah. Yes, Sachin.
I'll share now.
Yes.
Let me know if the audio is
Sound
there.
is there or not? Okay. No, so there's no sound, but I have a good sound. So I'm going to, I'm going to, I bow to Lord Dhanvantari, a divine healer whose lotus feet, I mean, I'm going to chant the shlok rather. Namami Dhanvantari Devam Surasuri Vandita Pad Padmam Loke Jara Rukabhay Mrutyunasham Dataremisham Vividashidhinam. Let Lord Dhanvantari heal all of us with all the healing herbs and medicines here. Thank you. Let's move forward. So that's the book which we are revealing today online. And yes, it's after some years. I would say I started writing the book before 3 years. I was writing it in some maybe fragments, and slowly, gradually, I was at 80% for a year last till last year, and I did not finish it. And then I felt, no, I want to achieve this milestone. I made my mind, I went into that proactive zone that, okay, this is my milestone I want to achieve. And then the whole universe, all the systems, including my team members, everybody became a strong support system. And that's how I could achieve this reveal launch of the book today. Thank you so much. I can see a lot of people talking about congratulations on the chat, and that has been possible because of your best wishes and support. Thank you so much. Let's move forward, Sachi.
Sorry.
Let's move forward then.
Uh, could you see the video? It's not playing.
Thoda bahut. It's fine. People have seen it.
All right. So talking about coming on to my question,
Video, so share it personally too.
we are going to share it and post it all over the social media for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, Dr. Bhavana, how did the idea of Roots to Rasayana come to you, and what inspired this book?
Well, I already told you all story that what was there in my mind and what I have experienced, and day to day in my clinic, when I start explaining these concepts to my patients, they get amazed. They feel, oh, this is something different, or nobody has told us before that you can learn certain concepts and you can heal your body. And then I felt, rather than just limiting it to my patients, why can't I put it on paper? And that was the idea. So the first name of the book which I had kept was Samatva, that's balance. And that concept was about bring balance and be blissful. That's samatva. Over a period of time, when I started writing more, I started exploring more, I understood that, okay, maybe I want to explore more in my book also, in terms of a comprehensive approach of Ayurveda, functional medicine, of course, nutrition, circadian rhythm. And that's where the book name became to Roots to Rasayana, where we have tried searching for all kind of basic concepts. We have tried exploring the concepts, turned those concepts into the knowledge sharing. That's part one. And then we have moved forward to Rasayana, that's regeneration, proactive life.
Amazing. Okay. Can you take a moment to take us through the journey and the flow of the book?
Okay. So, journey of the roots to Rasana begins with the understanding of foundation of the health, which is Ayurveda, the concept of five elements. The whole universe is made up of five elements: earth, water, air, fire, and space. And with that, there is a concept of Prakriti, that is Vata, Pitta, Kapha, Agni, that is a digestive fire, Dhatva Agni, which is a tissue layer metabolism. Then comes dosha balance, that is Prakriti, dosha imbalance, which is Vikriti, and then daily rhythms, which is Dinacharya, seasonal rhythms, which is Rutucharya. So these concepts are there in part one. And we have also spoken about the functional medicine concept, nutrition science. So, when we talk about the part one, it is more about knowledge sharing about the concepts, where we are also talking about Shatakriya, that how the disease is formed in the stages. You don't see the symptoms on day one, maybe. You don't see anything in your blood reports, but it's something where you feel, oh, something is not right. Why am I getting so discomfort, sluggishness? And that's where the Ayurvedic stages of Sanchaya, Prakopa, Prasara comes in picture. And then it becomes a symptoms, which is like Sthana Samshraya, where it goes into a particular organ or a system, and the symptoms gets revealed, and then comes Vyakti and Veda. So these are the concepts of Ayurveda which we have put up in part one. Uh, so part one, once you read part one, you would be thorough with Ayurvedic concepts. You would understand your body more. And then when once you move to part two, what I have started doing there is about the exploring the chronic lifestyle disorders, stress management, how you can do certain small, dinacharya rituals, which is called Prokriya rituals. So these things would give you certain shifts, and why you have to do those. That has been put up in part two. Apart from that, we have also put up certain concepts in terms of seasonal changes, which is called Shaman, Shodhan, Rasayana, why you should be doing detoxification, why you should be doing your pacification of dosha imbalance. That is there in part two. I have also tried explaining a fourfold approach of Prokriya, which is a framework which would integrate Ayurveda, functional medicine, nutrition, lifestyle, transformation, which should happen with this comprehensive approach. So final part is about Rasayana, which is regeneration, resilience. As I said, Prokriya is about proactive lifestyle, and which is a sustainable wellness where you understand everything, you achieve your goals, you move forward, you explore more, optimized the things. So this would help the readers to move beyond the symptoms management, and maybe towards more of a true balance and vitality.
Amazing. That sounds really interesting. So, coming on to, is there any particular chapter or section that feels especially very close to your heart? You loved writing about it.
In fact, I love talking about it. And now since I've become an author now, and I loved writing about it too. So, uh, it's fourfold approach, and I'll tell you why. Uh, See, anything which we do vertical would not work for the long time. It has to be comprehensive. That's what I tell all my patients, that you have to explore everything. The life is only one life where you explore the things again and again, where you understand how your body is reacting or it is responding to certain things. When you identify the difference between reactions and the response, you'll understand the body is getting adapted, or body is going towards the reactive zone, getting the symptoms, and getting into the disease form. So first point is always about proactive fourfold approach, where don't just say कि, okay, I'm going to do a certain things and मेरा जो भी हो रहा है ठीक हो रहा है. Rather, you're going to make one wellness map for yourself and identify fourfold approach. Now, what is fourfold approach? When we say fourfold approach, so it is basically the proactive Ayurvedic life science. That's one thing. Functional medicine. That's another thing. Nutrition, which is like a holistic nutrition where you understand the Shala Rasa theory and other things. And fourth fold is about movements, lifestyle, circadian rhythm. And once you understand this fourfold approach, you will be definitely going to get the regeneration, longevity, whatever we talk about, optimum performance. Yeah, I can't hear you. You're on mute.
Yeah. So I was saying, you have already talked about the fourfold approach. So if I, as a reader, if I'm reading your book, and if as someone who would want to, try to improve my health and lead a proactive lifestyle, what will I really gain from this book? And is it like a sort of knowledge implementation, or what is it exactly?
So basically, if I have to answer in one word, it's an awareness. Okay, it's an understanding. Now, understanding of what? Understanding of how the body truly function. Okay, and what are the imbalances which gets developed at the root level. So that's the knowledge awareness, which is definitely going to be a strong foundation. And then furthermore, book would go into the more of a implementation perspective, which would help readers to connect the dots between the digestion, food, stress, sleep, emotional health, lifestyle, inflammation, hormonal imbalance, gut access pathways, as I mentioned about Rasayana, Shodhana, Langana, fasting protocols, maybe, Shamana, where you are just going to do certain pacification of the things. So these concepts are very simple. Um, I have just put those things in a very simple words. There are affirmations, there are tables, there is a summary of the chapter of each book. So when the chapter starts, it starts with the a simple explanation, it goes into the practical implementation, then comes summary, there comes reflective pause in between, and also, as I said, affirmations in between, some references of modern research in functional medicine, some references of Charang Sahita, Vagbhat, Bhava Prakash Nigantu. So it's a blend of Ayurvedic knowledge and functional medicine. Um so typically, it's not a theoretical book. It is deeply implementation oriented thing where readers will gain the practical tools, daily lifestyle insights, some tables, some nutritional principles, healing frameworks, which is very, very important, and how they can personalize their own way of dealing with the symptoms or leading towards the proactive life.
So that's beautiful. And I think the best way to understand it is not just by hearing it for sure, but by experiencing it ourselves. So maybe now we can start with a fourfold approach. I'll share the screen.
Awesome. Okay, so are we going to do that particular using that tool, and we're going to do an exercise for everybody? Okay, awesome. So I want all of you to understand this part. Okay, what I'm doing here is I'm going to explain you how you can dig deeper. It's kind of a tool which we have developed, and it is there in the book also, and I'm going to explain you today here in the session too. Yeah. Okay, can you all see my screen? मुझे पानी चाहिए. So, yes, just show me thumbs up, Janmay. Can you see my screen? Oh, nice. Janmay has Janmay, Bharti, Kajal, Hardik Bhai. Everybody has woke up early in the morning, and you all are here for this special occasion. Thank you so much. Truly blessed to have you all in the session. Thank you. Okay, awesome. Doing detoxification. So if you look at the fourfold approach, uh, we are going to understand in three layers. So when we say fourfold approach, first layer is you. It's me. Okay. Now this approach, you can also put it on paper where you are taking a paper, you're making a wellness map, whatever you call it, fourfold approach it is. So what is in the center? The center is your own self. So you write yourself in the center. That's the first layer. And then comes the next layer where you're going to understand certain things, and there these certain things are very specific ones. So four things are there: preventive lifestyle medicine, proactive Ayurvedic life science, functional systems physiology, not pathology, physiology, and personalized therapeutic nutrition. Now, how we are going to identify this layer? There are certain points which we have put up. You all are going to get this slide as you are attending this session today, so that you all can practice it on your own later. This should take at least 20 to 30 minutes where you are sitting there, digging deeper and find a single simple solution or an action for your own self. So let's start with proactive Ayurvedic life science. What is it exactly? So when we talk about Ayurvedic concepts, as I mentioned earlier, what is your Prakriti? Identify that. That what kind of elements are dominant in your body and what elements are dormant. And what we need to do here is samatva, bring the balance. So that's where the importance of Prakriti comes in picture. Then you understand your digestive fire. Not hungry, don't eat. If hungry, eat sufficient, don't malnourish your systems. Then comes Koshtha, what kind of gut type you have, what kind of prana energy you have, what kind of gunas, three gunas, sattva, raja, tama, your mind has. And then comes what are the imbalances. So once you read the book, this fourfold becomes very easy to identify. You will be able to understand the things well, and you will be able to even practice it better. So such concepts would are the roots, they are the concepts. That's the knowledge. And that knowledge should go into the practical implementation. And then comes the preventive. Okay, let's go this way. Then comes the personalized therapeutic nutrition. So Ayurveda, we say that no food can be work as medicine if it is not taken in a proper matra. What is matra? That means it should be therapeutic. Whatever your body needs is healthy. If your body does not require that food, be it a fruit, nuts, whatever it would be, it is not good for the body if it does not require it to nourish the body. So it is very, very important to personalized and get the therapeutic nutrition. We would think, oh, millets are so healthy. Oh, fruits are so healthy. Oh, nuts are so healthy. But it is the balance, it is about the quantity, it is about the quality over just overdoing any single nutrient or a single one superfood. So when we talk about personalized therapeutic nutrition, what you need to do is that you have to identify the food choices. You have to understand your eating rhythm, that how many times in a day you are having your meals. Are you getting any cravings? Are you just eating for sake of eating? What? Just dig deeper and write your answer there. Then comes your gut health. What is the type of koshta you have? Is it a constipation tendency? It is a multi-motions tendency, or it is kind of a Vishma Kosta where it goes on both the sides, or whether it is a Sama Kosta where you have a good gut health with well-formed bowel movements. Then comes your hydration, then the if any deficiency of macro or micronutrients, then there is a supplementation, which is a support, and that can be done as and when required. So that's your personalized nutrition, and you have to identify. Okay. And you will, once you identify, you will get the clarity on which way I have to go and how much I have to move ahead in that particular layer. And then the third point is about functional systems physiology. Now, what is it exactly? You have to understand the systems. What are the systems? Gut digestive system is a system, correct? Gut brain axis, which is a pathway. Again, when we talk about systems, musculoskeleton is a system. That means what are your, how is your flexibility, how is your joint health, all these things. When it comes to lung health, how is your immunity, respiration, that's a system. Then when it comes to your liver, vital organs, or kidney, these are the systems. Are they all okay? Is there any pathology there, or is it optimum physiology? This is how you have to understand. Now this is the system. Now when the systems are working well, you will have good energy, you will not collapse, right? And as I gave you my own example and a story that I was collapsing after running 42 kilometers, I should be strong enough and I should be able to do work for 24 hours. No, I got collapsed. Why? Because there was some imbalance. So that's where you need to understand anything in extreme might somewhere damage the body and mind, rather just bring the balance there. Then comes the detoxification, that is Shodhana or Rasayana or your immunity, about your sleep and everything. And that's the system which you have to understand. Okay, how is my digestion? Ask yourself. How is my energy? How is the hormonal life, hormonal health? Is there any gut hormone access, pathways is compromised? Or you have to understand, do I really feel sluggish and I need some detoxification? Understand, talk to your own body. When you sit down and understand, you will get the answers there. And then comes the preventive lifestyle medicine. Now, what is preventive? Okay, when you have a good sleep cycle, when you are able to adapt the stress, everybody in this urban jungle would have some stress. But if you are able to adapt the stress, body would just adapt the stress, not react, you are going to be good. If you are going to do your movement well, you are going to have a good agility, flexibility. You're able to perform your daily chores. You're able to perform whatever you like, your sports or your other, movements, yoga, Pilates, whatever it would be. If you like that, you should be able to do it well and perform better. So this is how you're going to understand your daily routine, your other well-being uh, aspects in terms of your social well-being, emotional well-being, about your spiritual well-being. Understand, dig deeper everywhere. In what environment you are? Is it an extreme weather? Are you in a toxic environment, kind of a corporate culture in your workplace? Are you in a toxic relationship? Understand all these things. When you understand, you put it on paper. And once you put it in paper, what happens? Automatically, your brain starts processing it. Okay, yeah, I have identified something. And when you identify something, your mind would start at subconscious level, would start thinking about the solution, because human mind is made in a way that if you see a threat, you start thinking about that. Oh, how I'm going to save myself from. Same way, if you identify the challenge, oh, I do have a challenge in my, say, mental well-being or physical well-being, that challenge word itself would be processed in your brain, that, oh, I need to find some solution there. Are you all with me on this? Do you all agree on this? Just show me a thumbs up. Come on. I'm just talking with all of you here. Awesome. Yes. Yes, Nomita. I hope you all are understanding what I'm talking. Yes, thank you, Amit. Thank you so much. So that's about the inner layer. Now, again, this is just the second layer where we have identified the things, correct? We have identified the different aspects of our life. Then comes some solution. Ki, theek hai, okay, I've identified. But let me move forward and let me see what small changes I can incorporate. Just explore. You don't have to get intimidated. Oh, I have to do a lot of things. I've gone to a doctor. Doctor will give you 10 medicines. I've gone to a nutritionist. She's going to put me on a diet plan. It's fine. Just start with something. Identify on your own self. Okay. So when you identify, you will get the answers there. So thank you, Shalini. Thank you so much for being there here. And I'll see you soon. Yes. Okay. Let's move to the next layer now. So first of all, rituals. This is the outermost layer. Rituals for sustainable healing. Now, what kind of rituals I'm talking about? It can be different for everybody, right? When we talk about ritual, it can be a ritual which is like a dinacharya. Every day you get up in the morning, we do our brushing the teeth. We do, if you explore my book, you'll understand. I'm talking about oil pulling, I'm talking about tongue scraping, simple ritual. right? We're talking, when we talk about ritual, it can be very simple daily routine. It cannot be very anything which is fancy. So identify your own rhythm. Okay, I'm going to wake up at Brahma Muhurta. Brahma Muhurta can be 6 a.m. when you see the sunrise happening. You get the infrared, which is a which are healing rays, and that you get it immediately, directly in the morning, right? So such rituals can be explored in your daily routine. So set your rhythm, get your self in a routine which can be maybe 80%, if not 100%, and you will see the changes happening. So that's the ritual which we all should explore. Then comes the next fold, which is metabolic reset and holistic nourishment. Now, what is it exactly? When we say metabolic reset, it means, as I said, everyone would have certain different stages of physiology. As I was explaining you all about the Shatakriya concept of Ayurveda, right? So you have to identify whether my body needs nourishment or my body needs some kind of a pacification, or my body needs detoxification, which is shodhan. Okay, you have to understand this. And how would you understand? You have to sit and identify the symptoms. Is it a sluggishness? Is it a lack of energy? Is it just the deprivation of your sleep? What kind of reset you need? And this resets can be anything. Okay, it cannot be a very fancy, very fancy things, or extensive even panchakarma kind of thing. You can a simple do a reset of 1 day. You can do a reset of 3 days to 7 days. And I have put up these resets in my book also, where we would explore. When you read that, you would explore that reset can be very simple. Okay, but understand the concept, and once you understand the concept, you will be able to implement it, if not today, anytime in your life. Okay, so you have to understand and be aware, rather than thinking or getting any tips from social media. Talk to your own self, because no one else, not even me as an author, would be able to tell you, because I don't know you from within, right? Unless we sit together, we work together. So it is your own self, right? So this is how we have to identify. Rachna, you are very busy, right? You are such a, a big entrepreneur, active lifestyle. But छोटा सा मैं क्या change करूंगी? If I'm traveling from Delhi to Gurgaon, Gurgaon to Delhi, in that my travel time, what I can explore. But before identifying what I can do, why I need to do is very, very important. The second layer is why, and outer layer is what. You have to understand, and this is a foolproof framework. So follow this framework. Okay. Let's move forward to the third one, which is integrative comprehensive protocols. Now, what does that mean? And how do we do it? Now, when we say integrative, as I mentioned earlier, it cannot be only khichdi, simple diet, food. It can be something more than that. It is okay to add some Ayurvedic herbs, of course, under supervision of some expert there. It is okay to add some supplements there if it is needed. It is okay to do some fibers. It is okay to do probiotics. Everything is fine, because that's where it becomes comprehensive. That's where it becomes integrative. And if there are some symptoms, if there is a disease which is there seated in the body for a long term, we need the comprehensive approach. We cannot accept, we cannot sit on it. You have to proactively address it. Okay. And the last point is about root cause analysis and constitutional care. Okay. So, as I said, whenever we explore all these things, you have to also think in a way if there are some symptoms or disease. Okay, if someone is having a no symptoms good life, then obviously you would move forward towards the proactive lifestyle, towards the longevity, towards the rasayana. But if there are some symptoms, what is the basic point? Basic thing is that you have to understand the root cause of that particular symptom. You have to understand the root cause of that particular disease and understand your own constitution. If you understand constitution, you understand your root cause, you will find the solution there. So this is how you have to identify the root causes. And that's where the whole framework of roots to Rasayana is, accomplished framework. As I said, it's foolproof technique or tool which anybody and everybody can explore. And this layer, four floor layer, is my back cover of the book. Let me tell you that. Of course, not every all the points I've put up there, but it is a back cover of the book. And I hope you find this interesting and you would like to explore it more there. And make sure you are all uh, doing this exercise with your own self. You don't need me there. You don't need anybody. You just take pen and paper, take this fourfold approach as a rough reference, put yourself in the center and start exploring. Start exploring. Everything else can stop, can be on hold. You can take a pause and explore this, because this is important when we talk about our mind, about our body. It is it is for our own self. So that is from my side for today's uh, fourfold framework exercise. Thank you so much, Sachi, for giving me the opportunity.
Obviously. So now we are open for questions. If you guys have any of the questions, please, the floor is all yours.
I have a question. I'm sorry. Can I?
I thought,
Okay.
Bhavna, it was our chance, yeah?
Oh, no, I think I'm proactive, as I told you. I don't want to leave any chance. I had missed something, so I wanted to want all of you to see my book. I got too engrossed in my in the video, and we thought, okay, we are showing the video, but let me show you the book also. So this is the book which is going to be there, and Om Shri Ganeshaya Namah. Om Shri Dhanvantare Namah. So that's the first page of Roots to Rasayana. And then comes the content where there are 5 chapters in part 1, as I mentioned. And then there is a part 2. Um, then comes the some prologue and introduction and everything, and then the chapter starts. And as I was mentioning to you all about, there are some boxes here. There is a summary there where I have put up certain boxes in between, so it becomes very simple to understand. Otherwise, we would think that, oh, it's an Ayurvedic term. I don't know Sanskrit. I don't know Hindi. Kya hoga? Kaise hoga? But this is how I have put up. If you see this, it's a very simple language. Okay, rather than making it very right. I'm sorry, I did not hear. Somebody said something. I am so happy to show you all my book here. So this is what we talk about is a reflective pause. And you repeat the sentences here why you take the pause in between. There are some experiential based at the clinic, whatever I have done the conversation with my patients. So that comes here. And then you see the summary and everything, some boxes, some charts in the book. So yeah, now your chance. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Good. So probably I'll take liberty to go first. Heartiest congratulations to you, Dr. Bhavna, for the launch of your book. And more importantly, Here's wishing you a very happy and healthful birthday.
Thank
May you
you.
have a very, very blessed life and may you continue to be our friend even after you become very, very famous.
I am
um,
famous because of you.
Lovely. Excellent. Now, given the fact that you must have done so much of research while you were making this book, um, as a takeaway, if you have to tell people who are already 50 or getting into 50 or the cusp of being 50, those top three things that they need to always remember, right? I mean, they're lazy bugs like me who are always finding it difficult to go through the whole book, and it takes possibly weeks and months for me to finish one. What are the top three things that you would like to leave as a recall for let's say someone like me?
Okay.
And maybe this is your return gift to me.
Ah, so sweet of you. Yeah. So I'm not talking about anything which you have to stop. Okay. You have to understand things which you have to explore. So first of all, you have the first point is about exploration. Okay, and it would be different for everybody. You cannot compare your body, your mind, your life with anyone, right? Okay, so what happens here is that you are going to understand, explore your own self. And as I said, that how would you explore? You'll explore your body with your Prakriti, five elements. You'll understand your mind with three dosha and three gunas. So if you're not even reading a book, just talk to yourself, understand where is the imbalance, what's happening. And that becomes very easy if you can at least do this fourfold approach, as I have given you this fourfold framework, which is kind of a tool which we are going to send it to everybody, right? So just do that once. It's so easy to do it. And I mean, I took the opportunity today where I've explained you all today, as I was telling Sachi, that we don't want to just reveal the book. We want them to take certain things home. So that's our number one. Number two would be, we cannot sit on certain things for the lifetime. There are different stages of life. As you are saying, oh, somebody nearing to 50, you are at one stage, right? And each stage would have different things to explore and ask. So understand where you are. Now, this stage, again, in terms of if somebody's got some disease or something, where they are. If someone who's at in terms of career, if they are at some stage, understand that. If you have got some complications, some kind of challenges in mental well-being or emotional well-being, maybe a toxic relationships or whatever it would be, understand that. And once you understand that, maybe you'll be able to identify and get the answers. Okay, so it's about concept learning, Amit. That's what I would say. And thirdly, so we all are we are the people where we think that okay, certain things will work in a certain way all, only. Okay, uh you can always have your own path which can be explored once you are once you identify the things. So maybe your own framework, and you are going to have your own proactive lifestyle rhythm which can be put up on paper. So that can be which is there your reference paper for every day. So that's sufficient, I think, to start with.
Lovely. Thank you so much for making it so impactful. Greatly appreciate.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Ma'am, we have two more questions lined up from Vivek ji and Nomita ji. Vivek ji, will start from you.
Hey, happy birthday. Heartiest congratulations.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for sharing this with us. Question, will this book also be available on Kindle and how soon can I get my hands on it?
Okay. Yeah, we would Sachi will talk about this. So today is a soft launch. So we have already registered with Amazon, and the Kindle copy would be there by next week. Since we didn't want to do the soft copy before we do a printed copy launch, which is happening on 30th May. So by next week, it should be available on Amazon.
Okay, beautiful. Really looking forward. Thank you and heartiest
Thank
congratulations.
you so much.
Nomita ji, would you want to go ahead?
Yes. Can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. Congratulations. The best person to share this ancient and precious knowledge with all of us. So thank you, Dr. Bhavana.
Truly blessed. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes. So my question is that I'm trying, this seems like your two specialties, right? This book is about Ayurveda and functional medicine, and it's like a combination of the two, would you say?
Yes, yes. But
Yeah.
it's
So,
70%
uh,
Ayurveda and only 30% of functional medicine, because my when I was writing it, I felt Ayurveda is quite deeper. And unless you understand it, understand the concepts, maybe, you won't be able to implement the functional medicine concepts, which is like implementation.
so the question was that only that in Ayurveda, has it not got its own version of the functional optimization, implementation aspect that we had to bring in, or rather, you had to bring in this, maybe
Why
Western.
did I included
Ah,
functional medicine in this
ah,
book? Rather, I could
yes,
have just done the Ayurveda.
right, right.
Okay. It's a very interesting and very important point, and let's discuss this. Okay. See, and this is again about with my own experience, I'm saying. So, and I tell all my patients, where are we staying? In Himalayas? No. Are we in a rishi age? No. We are all in urban jungle, right? And we also want to do a proactive lifestyle, correct? So, firstly, we can't sit on something which is sometimes more of a very ideal situation. We have to somewhere adapt wherever we are. So as I said, adaptation is very important. Now I did my Ayurveda graduation medical degree 25 years back, okay, and then functional medicine I learned before 5 years only. And that also I learned because then I was so curious that how come Western world is talking about curcumin? How come they are talking about ashwagandha, right? And like who's taking it there? And then I understood that it's an integrative medicine, it is functional medicine, and a lot of nutraceutical companies in industry, they are doing the research on these Ayurvedic herbs. So what has
Mm.
happened with the latest researches and the technology, they have come up with some extracts of these herbs, which is a matter of convenience. Okay. And that you would see in my prescriptions also, where we are not doing a lot of nutrients unless and until it is required. Unfortunately, because we all are in urban jungle, we are exposed to that kind of air, water, and pollutants, and in the food also rather. So what happens here is that somewhere our gut health is so compromised that you are not even able to maybe absorb those nutrients, and that's where the support is important. And that support sometimes comes easy, I would say easy, with functional medicine nutrients. Okay. Secondly, with Ayurveda, what happens here that Ayurveda herbs are wonderful for metabolic pathways. Okay, so they work well with the metabolic pathways. But when it comes to regeneration, when it comes to Rasayana, uh, you can do regeneration, you can do dhatu, we call it tissue layer regeneration or nourishment with Ayurveda. But most of the patients I see, they have basic deficiency of certain nutrients. Okay, now if you ask me, okay, Dr. Bhavana, tell me B12 ka, what is the alternative of B12? I would say why you want to do that. Rather you do which is a specific B12 supplement. What is the replacement of vitamin D? I would say no, it's not sun. Rather you do a supplement. And why? Because when you do a therapeutic supplementation, you are getting rid or you are getting cured from the chronic disorders or the symptom which is there. Now, somebody who's got, if you're in California, would you like to travel by ship and come to India? No, you are going to catch the flight and come to India because that's convenient. So why not explore? Why not include which is research based, which is there available, can be incorporated. So I don't want to be rigid. I'm adaptive. If I was doing, when I did my 75 kilometers, I needed that recovery. I needed that support and I've taken that support. So that's what I say. I tell my patients, don't shy away. Do not shy away from the support your body needs. If it's
Beautiful.
needed, it's needed. Right? I hope I have answered your query.
Very, very well. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Uh, Maybe we can take one last question from Kajalji and then we'll wrap up portion.
Sure.
It's not a question. It's just that I'm always, always, always so inspired by you. And it's like, do you also have just 24 hours, or do you have like a special thing from God, or
I
how
agree.
can you do like 100 things at a time and be excellent at it? So I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday, and I'm very
Oh
happy
my
for this.
God.
Looking forward to read it and maybe, yeah, hopefully implement it.
Thank you so much for your sweet words, Kajal. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Light color. Um, I mean, it's not a question, so I'm not going to answer. I'm truly blessed, I would say, truly blessed that I mean, I think it's my nature of exploring, and I would not go away from that word exploration. Just explore, 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 move forward, move forward. The universe, the elements are the support system. They are going to support you once you think something here, once you want to do it. You put it here in your brain, and the universe is going to be with you. It's just going to make you move forward. We might have challenges. Everybody would have challenges. I'm not perfect, but I'm just maybe trying my best. So this is how it is. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So, just to wrap up, I think launching a book on a birthday mm, is something that everyone would want to achieve in their lifetime for sure. So, thank you so much, Dr. Bhavna, for such a meaningful and insightful session. And thank you, everyone, for being a part of this reflection and reveal experience with us today. We truly hope this evening helped you pause, reflect, and reconnect with yourself a little more deeply. And if you would like to receive the hard copy or soft copy of Roots to Rasayana, or share your reflections, anything from today's session, please do fill out the Google form that is already shared in the chat box, and we would absolutely love to hear from all of you. Okay, thank you so much again for joining us, and wishing you health awareness and deeper healing ahead. Happy birthday, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you,
Happy
everybody.
birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. It truly means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Thank you. And as I said, I thought, I mean, my printer, my editor, I'm like, oh, this is not possible. You don't do. I'm like, no, I want to do it on my birthday only. Let this happen. Let this happen. And it happened. So it's kind of a dream come true. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Congratulations and happy birthday, Bhavana.
Thank you. Thank you so
Happy
much.
birthday, Bhavana.
Thank you. Thank
Also,
you
we
so much.
couldn't play the book reveal video here, so I'm just going to share it everywhere on status on media. I'm
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was prepared at 5 50? Before 10 minutes of our session. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Stay blessed
Thank you.
and blissful. And I'll see you around. If you have any queries, reach out to us. And we are truly blessed to help you and heal you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's log off.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You